p.m. or it's 2 minutes before 4 p.m. and the Holy Spirit said I could go live. My husband's still working on his paperwork. He might be working a little while. I just have broke my fast shake. I'm hoping I'm live on, and you can actually see me. So comment down below if you can see me. This is unscheduled, unplanned. It's Friday night. It's date night for me, but he's busy doing his thing. And so I just want to come in and figure we could talk about law of attraction. I could answer any questions you have about the Iraqi dinar, even though I did not put that in the title. So I'm still here to answer your questions about the Iraqi dinar. So if you have any questions, you know what? I'm going to change the title. Let me change the title of this. Iraqi dinar, free Q&A. Guys, the Kurdistan oil flowing was a great thing. Kurdistan oil flow start tomorrow, it said. So it's already almost the next day, right? It's 4 p.m. It's 10 p.m. there in Iraq. So I just figured I'd see who'd come on and we can talk about law of attraction and the Iraqi dinar. So it's almost Friday night. Because why? Law of attraction is real. It's kind of like it's God's idea, right? Without a vision, the people perish. Whatever your desire, your heart is, God can bring it to you. I'm just figured I'd eat this while I'm waiting for you to come on. Because I didn't plan this, so hi. Comment down below if you want to chat. Feel free to chat with me. I was figuring I would go to behind the scenes and change the description to say law of attraction and the Iraqi dinar. Wouldn't that be great? I thought about doing this members only, but since I didn't tell you, I didn't figure a lot of members would get on. So I know I owe you some content, guys. I know I owe you some content, but we'll get there. I promise. We'll get there. I meant to do one this week when there was time, and maybe Sunday I'll do a membership live in the afternoon. How does that sound? Sunday? That would be probably better. Like Sunday I'll do 3 lives. I'll do 1 in the morning. I will do 1 in the afternoon. And then we'll go live in the evening for a celebration. Guys, it also works out well. Because what if this is announced on Sunday night? Like what if it goes live on Forex? I'm going to say law of attraction and Iraqi dinar, because a lot of my community will not, they don't know about the law of attraction. They're too religious for that. But it is a kingdom principle, kind of like the law of assumption, right? Hi, how are you? I figured I'm also going to put Iraqi dinar in the thing. Hey, Merv Crawford, hey, just hopped on for a few minutes while in parking lot waiting. Super excited for what's happening. Oh, thank you for loving me, guys. I love you unconditionally, too. I just had a lot of spiritual attacks today, but I got through it, and I'm excited. I just finished my fast. Guys, if you're going through spiritual attacks, fast a little bit longer until you see what happens, right? You gotta stay cool. So what are you doing tonight, Merv? Where are you? You're in the parking lot. What are you waiting to do? Tell me what fun you're having. We're just having turkey pot pie again. We're staying home. My husband's working late. So I just figured I'd go live. He's in there with the dogs. The house is quiet. And I'm like, I went live. What are you in the parking lot of? There's so much going on, guys. The Kurdistan is starting tomorrow. The oil flows are starting tomorrow from Kurdistan to Turkey. Did you watch my intel summary, Merv? 11 minutes, it was 11 minutes on the dot. 11 and then 00. That has not happened. Tomorrow's this big 999 thing. 999 in my book is God's appointed time in accordance with Romans 9:9. I think it was Romans 9:9. I went over that this morning on my live stream. I'm glad the drama's over. Taking care of 3 teenagers. More coffee, yes. Did you see my little hippo thing? You need that. Because you need coffee if you have 3 teenagers. Hello from Ontario. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Michael Romano, welcome to Faith 101. Yay. Welcome. We appreciate you. You're part of the family. Speaking of Faith 101, I'm going to do a membership live Sunday at 1. It'll be a good time to get all the members on because Sundays, usually it's 1 o'clock is in the afternoon, Eastern time. You know, so I'll do my typical 9 a.m., which I do every day. Even tomorrow, I'll be live at 9. I want to see what this thing is doing because today was a holy day in Iraq. There wasn't a lot going on, but the fact that Hi, my live stream. Brittany, guys, I was telling you about her. This is a channel. I love her. She's her own unique blend of, she's like me, but 30 years younger. I'm assuming you're 30 years younger. Oh, I know. I can't. Merv, I can't wait to meet you all in person too. We'll have to do a get together. You're going to listen while you do dishes? That's perfect. I really felt led by spirit just to hop on live and talk about law of attraction, Iraqi Dinar, answer questions. Girl, I got through all the spiritual warfare. I took a nap. I spent some time in the sun. I got some vitamin D. I'm like, oh, so much happier. I took my nutritional shake. I took a smoothie, and then I had just had a whole avocado. I'm feeling good. My hubby and I, dinner's going to be easy tonight. We just have to turn on the oven and throw in a turkey pot pie, and I'm good to go this evening. Only 19 years younger. Oh, really? You look so fabulous. Really? So wait, 19 years? I don't want to do math right now. Help me out. So you're in your 40s? You do not look like your 40s. Thank you. You know what? It's the releasing of the baggage, right? Done with drama. It works. You're 41. Well, thank you for telling me. Well, it's only because I'm so much older than you, right? Man, you do not look 41. Holy sheepdip. I thought you were in your 30s. I totally thought you were in your 30s. And I love your hair, girlfriend. I love your hair. I love your whole vibe, your lips, your eyes. You're fantastic. Your nails, all of it. I love your little Hello Kitty calculator. I wish I had that. I don't want to be you, I don't want to copycat you. I can't. How could I? But I love that you did all your own cards, the way you write on them and stuff, because I know God speaks through you, like the Holy Spirit speaks through me. How old am I? I'm 60. I'm 60 as of September 12th. My balloons are still up there. My husband got me the biggest 60 he could get. You can't hide from that, right? Oh, thank you. God bless you. Don't even think that way. You were good. I love when our inner child, yes, I'm so much happier now. I took a nap. I spent some time in the sun. Then I took a nap. I watched your video again. It was so what I needed to hear. Girl, you are always spot on with what I need to hear. So I just want to thank you for having a channel and pushing through all you had to. We all have to push through, right? Pray for me that I get to 100K soon as a reward for all this drama. Oh, drama sucks, guys. I'm the happy positive channel. You come here to get lifted up, and I ended up embroiled in a whole bunch of drama. You should do I think what I'm doing's okay. I'm okay with me. You be okay with you. Oh, happy birthday. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm praying that you get to 100K. You deserve it. So do you. You're at 127. I pray you to get to 150, right? Or 200. We're all going to keep going. 60 and glowing so radiant. What's your secret? Releasing baggage, healthy boundaries, eating healthy. I just had a whole avocado with my nutritional shakes. Guys, I take these things I call them the shakes, so you don't Google it and end up on my friend David's SEO monetized site. I don't know SEO monetization. So I just say the shake so you don't know the name of the company till you go to my personal website. And I say, you got to buy it from me if you want it, because he won't give you a break. I do. I show you how to save 20%. I can earn 40, but I share my profit with you, okay? Oh, you mean teach my anti-aging process. I should. You're right, I should. Vitamin D is key for me. I live in Maine, so in the summer I have to soak it up. But see, oh, I love you. Thank you for the super chat. You rock, girl. I haven't done you know what? I haven't done a super chat for you in a while. Why? I don't know my husband's passcode to Apple Pay. I used to be able to do it, and then my card got compromised. I need to figure that out so I can super chat you. I love you, girl. You were like oil to my wounded soul last night. I could not sleep, and you always help. And in fact, before I even sat down to dinner, I turned you on. And I was listening, and my husband goes, "Are you going to put that away?" And so I just kind of I was listening with an AirPod in, and I'm like, okay, I have to close it because otherwise I can't focus. Oh, thank you. I'm so honored you'd get on my live. You've been my favorite YouTube channel since I've been on YouTube. I'm not kidding. You are my favorite. You are my number one. I feel like you're like a soul sister. Like we've been through a lot, right? And that's why we're so loving and kind. And some people just want to crap all over our party. So when they take a dump in your party, you just take out the trash, pick it up, just like I pick up after my dog's feces, and you move on, right? Yes, before bed. If you go live before bed, I'll get on. Because I always go to sleep before my husband. I don't need 9 hours of sleep. I don't need 8. I need like 5. And tomorrow's a break. I take Saturdays off, except I go live in the morning for coffee and conversation. And if there's anything going on with our investments, I do an intel summary. But right now, I'm just happy you're on. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, it's right there. Guys, just like law of attraction is in the Bible, law of assumptions in the Bible, you really don't need another teacher. You can just hang out with us too. Bach Precision or green. What's green? What's green? I don't know what I was saying, guys. I never remember. I get in the flow, and I'm talking to one of my besties on the, well, I had a feeling because you and I were we were chatting last night, and it was so fun. Because what I do is my husband likes the room really dark, so we have room darkening shades, right? So and it's cold. Well, he took the AC out, so now I'm not freezing. But I'm always under a down cover, even in the summer. And so I have this sheet over my head like I'm a little kid in a little tent, and I'm like, it's so funny. Oh, that's okay. Oh, you meant my eyes are green? Yeah, my eyes are really green, depending on what I wear. My eyes are hazel, so they change color. They change color. Like, I don't know. They just change. You were talking about Maine and staying young. Yeah, because in Maine, I can't, if I was in Florida where I was before here, I would lay out in the sun so much I would look a lot older. I really would. I exfoliate all the time. I exfoliate once a week my entire body. I exfoliate my face daily. If I shower daily, I don't always shower daily, and I only wash my hair. Look how long my hair is. Your hair is pretty long too. This is all natural hair. I've never had any kind of Botox, nothing. As I age, I would rather age gracefully, but I love my lashes. I don't wear any makeup. I don't wear any foundation. But I've never worn foundation because why? It never works for me because I have freckles on my face. You can't see them because I use a bronzer. I use this product on my face. It's called Key Largo Glow. Guys, I love the South. I love the heat, but I would probably be a raisin at this age if I hadn't been here for 24 years. So living in Maine has kept me young because I love the sun. Does that make sense? I only get the sun when I get the sun. So that's like not even really a quarter of the time that I'm here. Maine, aka Southern Canada. Exactly. I remember when my husband says, maybe I should send some resumes to Maine. I said, Maine? Where the flip is that? Isn't that way up there by Canada? And then I remember when we were engaged, we got married in upstate New York. When we were engaged, I said, honey, if you think I'm ever moving here, you might as well reconsider the proposal right now because I am never living here. And then I live further north. See, I say never to God. I said I would never do sales. I'm in direct sales. I said I would have kids before dogs. I have 3 dogs, 2 horses, and no kids. Just saying. God has told me I don't always get my way, right? But obedience is better than sacrifice. Austin, now if that's a dig, you're not going to get me off my vibe. Guys, if I can't get taken down by some of my besties that pretended to be besties, frenemies, that became Decepticons, and they're like it's like those cats that are feral and they just turn on you. Yeah, that happened to me. And they got some scratching going on. No, I don't do ASMR. I know what it is. It's the, I know what it is, but I don't do that. I'm a financial person. I'm way too analytical for that. I'm also very spiritual. I had Decepticons in your family. Yeah, guys, it was family and it was my mod group. Whatever. So I slept on it and made a decision, got rid of them. Got rid of 3, and then I announced it to the people so there was no question why I did it. I gave my reasoning this morning. I said, this is how it is. And this is the story, so you don't have to hear it from anybody else. Because, guys, you can't let things like that flip and slide. I'm 60, trust me. I let it slide too much, and then I always was on the short end of that stick. Because then they can control the narrative. You got to control your own life, be the hero in your own story, and control your own narrative. Hello, can you tell me how your skin is so nice? I don't want to get old and wrinkly. Well, I'm 60. Part of it is these shakes. I'm going to put my link to the shakes. Because that's the real reason I've been on them 23 years. They help me heal from a lot of, I had digestive issues. Guys, I have a gut that is very sensitive. I started to swell last night because of the stress. If I stress out, my belly swells. It's just terrible. I feel like I blow up like a hippo or a balloon. You know, there's a cute little hippo on Instagram. Have you seen him? The baby hippo. My husband hooked me up with him. So cute. What's his name? I don't know. But anyways, I look at the hippo when I'm stressed. Because you can't look at baby animals and be stressed, right? Yeah, my gut was screaming. My gut was screaming. Actually, it was bugging me. I talked to my counselor on Tuesday about it. I go to mental health counseling. Guys, we're all a little crazy. But you know, I've made friends with my crazy, my version of crazy. You know, I'm healing from narcissistic abuse. I'm too kind-hearted for this wicked, crazy, selfish, attacking, criticism, judgmental world. I'm too nice for that. I am like a earth angel. I am not here to, I'm here to spread light and positivity, but man, the hardest part for me is to kind of climb down from my 12D perspective and have to deal with the crap that the world throws at you when you're a light. I used to say when I was dating, before I found my amazing husband, he's a miracle husband, I made a 3-page list of everything I wanted in a man, and he's exactly everything on it, and I knew it when I saw him in the airport. God sat him right next to me on the plane. I'm telling you, I'm a miracle manifester. In Christ's kingdom, I give, you know, Christ is my guru. Just saying. Jesus Christ, the risen Christ. Exactly, your stomach is saying you're off, you're anxious. You know, for me, it's anxiety. It's a mix of things. Like, I don't like to be around groups anymore, except online, because you know they can't for some reason I can keep my energy if I'm online, but I can't if I'm in person with somebody. They can drain me, and then eventually my belly is like, okay, you're on empty. You need to jettison yourself out of here. That's how it works with me. Yeah, is it almost time, honey?
I'm almost done, but you need to hang out with them.
Okay, I'll hang out with the puppies. Macy, come here, baby. Come here. You want to get in mommy's lap? Everybody wants to meet you. I'm live just to have some fun. Come here, baby. You're not going to get in my puppy. You're not going to get in my lap. Do I need to shake treats? They think they're going to get treats. They're pausing. Look, these are my 3 dogs. They're all pausing like, okay, do we go towards daddy who's in the kitchen, or do we go towards mommy that obviously doesn't have any treats? I have cleaned house more ways than one, mainly cleaning out one-sided girl. I know, guys, it's sad. You know, you love and you love and you love. If you're a giver, you get shat on. I hate to tell you. If you trust people, guys, here's the thing, is we expect people to love the way we love, and most people don't love the way we love. They're also not as honest as we are. You know, they say, you know, she's too intimidating, so I can't talk to her face. So they talk behind my back, and then they feel justified. That's how they justify it. That's how they justify their betrayal, right? Well, hi, this is the old girl. This is Roxy. This is my old dog. She's 12 and a half. I have 3 dogs. I have the spectrum. I have a 13-year-old, a 12 and a half year old. She's 12 and a half. She's a queen dog. I'm so glad you found me, Mimi. I hope you will subscribe and tap the bell. We can all heal together. I'm a lover. I'm not a hater. I'm not a criticizer. I'm an encourager. I'm an exhorter in the kingdom. I exhort people to be happy. Also, my husband and I got together and made a 2-page list of everything we wanted in a house, and we got this house. Let me show you. I'm going to show you. Brittany, while you're doing your thing, you're going to want to see this. I got to let my dogs out, so I use net time, no extra time. I got to take them out anyway. Come on, guys. You want to go out? It must be their bladders. They must need to go out. Okay, Tuck and Roxy, older dogs can go out because they have retail. recall. They have recall somewhat. Sometimes I have to yell to get them to go back. Depends on if there's something they want to see. So look at my view. Isn't that awesome? People are jelly. People are jelly. And look, my house, it's an old Victorian 1890s, but we just had it resided. This is my back deck. I sat on there today to get the sun. Earlier, I sat on my wraparound porch to get the sun. It's like a cornucopia of porches to get the sun. And this is south. So I'm facing east, south. I can watch the sunrise and the sunset. This is my perfect house. And it's debt free. Because I bought it a long time ago. We bought it in 2003. Okay, baby, do you want to do something? She has a hard time with her back legs because he's been humping her for 13 years. I'm not kidding you. He's a humpinanda. He's 13, he's still trying to hump her. She's got arthritis in her back legs, poor thing. She's been humped to where she can barely walk now. I'm just saying. Mr. Orange, that's hilarious. Thank you, Mimi. It is nice. Look at this. And the way the sun is shining on it, that's the picture, that's the color it used to be. We got it sided to this color. This is called Laguna Blue, you know, when we're on a river. So, beautiful space. Yeah, Tuck, are you done? House. Come on, let's go. You're getting in the garden, which means you're going towards the driveway. You better get in that house, you little butthead. Tuck. Tuck. He's peeing. Tuck, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now. Come on. Now. House. Come on. Get in the house. Get in the house. He's the one that'll run. She'll never run. Did you do your business? Roxy, did you do your business? Are you done? She'll sit there. We took her off CBD because she sits there like this, and I'm like, is she high? When I had her on CBD. I know it doesn't make the dogs high, but I was wondering. Like, look, she stands there like that, not moving. Come on, Roxy. Come on, let's go. You can do it. You can do it. It takes her a little bit. Come on, you can do it. I have to not look at her because she makes her way. She's still a happy dog. She's still a happy dog. The puppy doesn't need to go right now. Yes. No, it's purple. I have a black tank. Okay, baby, you're coming after. Come here. I want everybody to see you. I want everybody to see you. Come here. I got treats. Come here. Come here. Up. Come on. Get up. She's not gonna do it. They never do it when I want them to do it. They're not performance-based animals. I mean, I've trained them to get along, but they always disappoint me on camera. It's called nobody's perfect, no dog is perfect, no marriage is perfect, no life is perfect. You got to do the best with what you got. Guys, I teach everybody that's in my family to find 3 magic moments every day. My magic moment today is the way the sun is right now, which is good. It makes my eyes the color they are, green. I love my house. I love my husband. I love that I had a day to chill out after the drama of the Decepticons. Oh, you guys were fighting over that piece of... Here you go. You got some more. She's a sweet old girl. She really is. And yeah. So I'm so much better. I got through it. I'm not going to ever talk about it again. They're gone. They're gone. You're wearing green prescription lenses that are the color of my eyes. You're wearing them today because you usually wear blue, right? Oh, your eyes are beautiful even if they're naturally brown, right? And you wear the colored lenses. I think that's awesome. I've always wanted to do that, but I've never done it. I don't know how to do it. Whatever. I've just never done it. Mine are just green. And it has to be the right light for you to see them. Good evening. Hey, Kevin. How are you? Kevin's a good guy. Kevin's one of my moderators that didn't betray me. See, I can laugh about it now. Praise be to God, I can laugh. Laughter is good medicine, man. Yeah, I don't do a lot. Well, I do everything sparkly. Why? Because it detracts from the wrinkles. Because, you know, everybody's got a hooded eyelid when you're young. When you get a big pair of lashes and you put on some sparkly eyeshadow, who cares? right? Guys, they'll have you nip and tuck in your face till you look like one of those crazy ladies that should belongs in a museum. I ain't doing that. I am aging gracefully, and I love the sun, and I just take it as it is, you know? I love big lash. I know. You and I, guys, you wouldn't believe all these old fogies that watch. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend the older people. The boomers. The boomers and the Generation X sometimes don't like the lashes. I've always worn eye makeup. I've never worn foundation, but I've always worn eye makeup. It's my favorite thing. I always dress up my eyes. My lips can be nude, but my eyes have to be my eyes. They're the biggest part of my face. Yeah, Kevin, he said, hello, Brittany. And Brittany, I introduced everybody to you. They said, what's your channel? I was talking about how fun you were and how you helped me last night when I was going nuts. So you're going to have a bunch of new people watching. Yeah, getting work done to the face stretches it out and pulls on it before age does. And that's just not a good start. I know, look, this is me without any work. I don't get facials either. I don't like people. I just don't do any of that stuff. I exfoliate and I nourish with a serum that everybody can buy. It's called Serum 7. I use I get it at Tarte. It's called, what is it called? It's some kind of, I don't know. I'm blanking. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You don't need it. Yeah. So guys, the Serum 7 is good, girlfriend. You just put it in, you just take a couple drops and put it in your moisturizer. It is an I don't know. It does something good. Serum 7. I recommend that highly. That's the only anti-aging product I guess I use on my skin, on the external. But the shakes are internal, right? So again, that's another thing we have in common. First of all, I love doing YouTube. You're a natural, you're an encourager too. And, you know, I don't know. I'm just honored you're here. You make me happy. Tamara Locke, amen. Yes. And, you know, all my people are, you know, like me. You know, Bible-based, but I love the way you do your thing. Because I know you're channeling the same Christ consciousness I listen to. Because why? Because he's light, he's love, he's unconditional love. Why else would he choose me? Driving to work in my Jeep, and all of a sudden he shows up in my Jeep. He chose me. I'm one of the chosen ones, and that's why I went through so much crap to get here. I'm so glad you left your 9 to 5. I was listening to your story. And girl, don't worry about the money. If you, like you said, if you need something, I have debt cancellation strategies. I don't know if you have credit card debt, but I can teach you how to get out of them fast, legally. Oh, tricks of the trade. Tax strategies. It's so much better than being an employee, by the way. I'm not kidding. I have all this financial advice just comes naturally to me because I used to be a CPA. But I don't ever want to do anybody's taxes, but I empower you how to do your own taxes so that you can take full-fledged benefit of all the tax laws. Because they're created for business owners. They're not created for the employees. The employees pay the most taxes. Yes, email me. Here's my email. Because I was thinking, you know, if I put it in her chat, she's going to not sure it's me. Because, you know, there's so many scammers out there that try to be us. Isn't that crazy? I mean, there's so many spoofer Facebook channels for me that one of them says I'm in Peru. I'm like, look, I have like 800 followers on Facebook. You can't do that overnight. If you don't have 7,800 followers, it isn't me. I don't want any check marks. You need all the tax loopholes possible. I know. Trust me, I got those nailed. I got those nailed. And I got to tell you, most people do not understand the tax laws. I do, to empower you to do your own. Because once you get control of it, you're empowered. You're your own hero. You shouldn't be afraid of taxes. There's so many, the advances in the tax software. Macy, where are you? I just got to make sure I know where my puppy is so she's not destroying. Macy. Oh, here you are. You're chewing a good bone. Good chew. Can you do it right here? That's good. Good down. That's my little lab puppy. She's like, Mommy, why are you always getting me on camera? Her and my horses, right? Yes, just email me. I probably won't get back to my emails till Sunday. I told everybody, email me before 5. But what I do is you email me and I'll give you I only sell 3 sets of freedom strategies. The first set is 3 steps to a safe exchange, because a lot of us hold foreign currency and we want to one day exchange it. God told me to tell everybody that it's done 3 years ago, and I've been holding on to that promise. You know how God speaks to you and you have to hold on to it, and it takes time. Because God lives outside of time. So when he says something, you have to hold on to it no matter what anybody says. So anyways, you're welcome. I look forward to hearing from you. And guys, it's inexpensive. Like, I'm the cheapest thing on the internet. It really is. It's $55 for a set of strategies, and all 3 sets of strategies, debt cancellation strategies, tax strategies, and 3 steps to a safe exchange is $167. And you get an hour-long Zoom with each and worksheets. I'm like, so there's all these channels that say I'm a scammer because they're jealous. They don't have my they don't have my wisdom. They don't have my wisdom. They don't have my work experience. It's crazy. People be jelly. Thank you. Yes, I work hard to help people. And then I used to do it one-on-one. I don't do it as much because it's cheaper, right? I'm $77 for a half an hour, $155 for a full hour. So it's really cheaper to get 3 hours of me recorded on a Zoom that you can listen to over and over again if you're not a financial person. Otherwise, it was like a hair blowing back experience because they get all my wisdom like a fire hose at you. So the group strategies are easier and cheaper. Have you heard the V&D is going without? Yeah, there's a lot of people that are saying that, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe they're saying that because Vietnam is declaring, or they've declared online that they're going to go by December of this year, right? Iraq's oil is pumping tomorrow. This is why this is called Let's Chat, Law of Attraction in Iraq. Listen, before you go to sleep tonight, you need to envision what it's like after the Iraqi dinar revalues. If you have the Vietnam dong, great. It can go next week, or it can go in a couple months. This is going now. Amen. Sinatra, yes, very reasonable and very much. Yes, guys, I've helped people get out of debt. I've helped people save their houses. I also tell you why you should prioritize what you pay if you're struggling to pay certain things. What do you pay first? Trust me, it's a whole wealth of, you know what I do when I'm doing my thing. It's a lot of information, and you can, again, watch it over and over again until you get it. You have to watch this stuff over and over again until you really get it, especially the strategies of dealing with the bankers. Guys, these bankers are not your friends, and they don't make that much money. The tellers and the branch managers are not well paid. Why? I dated one for 5 years, and he was so pissed that I made more money than him. My first year, my offer out of college was more money. It was $11,000 more than he was making, and he'd been out of school 2 years as a branch manager. He broke up with me and moved to California so he could make more money. I'm like, dude, we would just have more money together, but thanks be to God, like the old Garth Brooks song, thank God for unanswered prayers. I got a great husband. That other guy ain't aging well. Used to work at a bank. I told my husband, we don't invest here. They are not our friends. Yeah, Guys, the system that runs the world is the banking system. It's the Leviathan system. It runs the world. Who runs the world? The banks do. Who runs the world? The banks do. You can't fight the banks. Even the presidents can't fight the banks. Oh my God, President Trump was debanked. Hello, who has the power? The banks do. But when you realize you can get free of them if you get yourself out of debt, like I have, no mortgage, no debt. But I have 2 horses. Might as well have 2 mortgages. Just saying. I'm not kidding. But God told me to get those horses, and he's providing for them. In my opinion, Iraq is the linchpin, and others will follow. Yes. Guys, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and man, I could not believe that I watched, somebody sent me the John Dowling video where he interviewed this guy, Jim Pooh. If you watch that, I suggest you don't if you want to walk by faith and not by sight. Because again, God told me this was done, but it caused even me to doubt. I'm like, what the flip? And in my spirit, I heard, he led you to doubt right there. And I didn't remember it until after I freaked out, laid down, said, God, you need to help me. I woke up and remembered exactly what he said in my spirit. Because if you start to stress out, you can't hear from spirit. Amen? Your first response is usually the right one. So I heard in my spirit, where I wrote it down. Hold on. I never want to remember. It caused you to doubt. I heard in my spirit, what is this? He goes, it caused you to doubt. And then I'm like, well, I gotta hear from God. You can't hear from him in that way. Just saying. So I'm in agreement with you, Brittany. I can't believe I'm talking to you right now. Because I love you. I've loved you since I got on YouTube. I've been on you. Guys, it took me 3.5 years to get monetized. 3.5 years. I started February 2019. I didn't get monetized until, October 11th of 2001. Or 2002. You had $12,000 worth of debt from medical bills. Paid it off 2 months ago. Woot woot. Guys, that is the key to freedom. When you're free of debt, you're free. Unless you bought the horses because God told you to buy the horses. Right? Plus the horses are part of my YouTube channel. You'll see them a lot. You didn't see them a lot this year because I haven't had time. I've been doing 3 live streams a day on average. I've been working my little butt off. So Brittany, you'll laugh at this. You know how many videos I've loaded? I've loaded 11,000 videos. Who does that? Nobody. I haven't found a channel that's loaded 11,000 videos. Don't feel bad. It took me forever to get monetized too. Love that you have horses. I want horses so bad. My husband's like, where the frick are we going to put those? You find a farm. You only need one. You find a farm. Mine are half an hour away. You don't have to put them on your land. Just live nearby where you know what it is? It's a date for me and my husband. We go see the horses and we come back and we're both so unstressed. There's only one other thing you can do that when you're not in bed, right? So I'm just saying those horses have paid us back because they reduce our stress. Just like dogs. Why do people have comfort animals? Because dogs reduce your blood pressure by petting them. Horses heal your heart. Horses can see your heart from 100 feet away and change it. When you get in the energetic field of a horse, they're the biggest hearted animals on the planet. Not only they're beautiful and you can ride them. Love my horse. My horses were a dream come true. They were a secret petition of my heart. God answers prayers. Even when you forget you stop asking them. Same thing with my house being paid off. It just happened in April. Like you, Brittany, it just happened a few months ago. And if you had medical debt, holy cow, you need to think about the shakes. You seriously should. Hey girl, I am a cowgirl. I wanted to order a pair of boots, but my debit card didn't work last night. Probably a good thing. Well, there was a pair of pink boots, my perfect color pink, with a white lightning strike on them. And I wanted them and they were out of stock in my size. I wear 11. It's very hard to find boots my size. I needed an 11. But they were the perfect boot and they were out of stock. And I'm like, darn it. Don't get me started. Oh, you should see some of mine. I don't want to disturb my husband. Some of them are in the office. I know it's sad that they were out of stock. I know. But then I found this black fringe leather jacket. And it's short-waisted. It's perfect. It doesn't cover my ass because I have a tiny ass. I don't have a big ass. I don't have a big butt. And I'm not going to get a Brazilian butt lift because riding horses would probably pop those puppies. I mean, really, all those people that get those big butt implants, how do they not pop them? You know, you remember how you used to ride those bouncy balls things? That's what it would feel like to me to have a butt lift. I feel like I was bouncing, or I'd be afraid I'd pop them. Just saying. And I don't sleep on my stomach, right? So if I ever got my boobs done, which I've never gotten my boobs done, I just have really good bras. You know what? These are bombshell bras from Victoria's Secret. You know what? They're expensive, but they're cheaper than a boob job. They add 2 cups. I'm just saying. I'm all natural, right? I just enhance. You wear a 10.5? Wow. I didn't know you would wear. How tall are you? You can't tell how tall people are. I had one guy say, Brittany, you'll laugh at this. I had one guy say, damn, you're tall. Either that or your ceilings are really short. I said, yes, I'm 6 feet tall. I just look shorter on TV. Here is something funny. Mom's 7.5 shoe size. You want to hear something really funny? I'm 6 feet tall. My brother's 6'6.5". My other brother's 6'4". I have another sister 5'9", and I have a sister that's 5'4". And we used to tease her. She was switched in the hospital. Because, you know, when you come from a family of 6. I'm 5'9". Oh my gosh. I saw that in your live stream. I saw him say that. I love it when people react funny because people used to say to me all the time, do you play basketball? And I used to act the wrong way. I used to say, do I look like I run down a ball? You know, I don't look like a girl that plays basketball. I just don't. They're not really that attractive. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, anyways, whatever. I rode horses and I raced cars. I really did. I got my first job at 13 so I could put a nice engine in my Firebird. And no, so I could buy a faster horse. That was first. I bought a faster horse. Anyways, what was the point? What was I saying? Oh, my sister that's 5'4". Yeah, I'm very determined. And then I was the first person out of my family to go to college. And then I made a lot of money. My mother asked me before she died. My parents died when I was 28, 3 months apart. God rest their souls. They were great parents. But they got divorced when I was a kid. So I grew up with a single mom. So I grew up kind of in a poverty mentality, right? Never enough. Oh, I had to nix the poverty mentality. You're not meant to be poor, right? You're not meant to be poor. You were born wealthy. Look at this machine we've gotten. We are so wealthy just because our body works. You know, you got to change your mindset that you can be wealthy, right? And at work, when Jesus showed up in my Jeep and told me to give up that job, it was a $200,000 a year job. Anybody would have taken that. 5 minutes from my house. I didn't have a commute. South Florida, Boca Raton. Thank God I'm not still there. You know that Boca Raton stands for the mouth of the rat. I know a lot of new wealthy people move there, but really, it's not as good nice as it was when I lived there 25 years ago. But God said you can face the same frustration you've always felt in corporate America, or see what I have in store for you. And I said, I'll take door number 2. You're from Miami? Well, there you go. There we go. They're called hoppers. Those big bouncy balls. Yeah. I was comparing that to a Brazilian butt lift. Why I would never get one. I would feel like I couldn't sit down. Or ride a bike. Or, you know, I don't know. I'm not a physically, I don't like to altercate with people, right? I would rather shoot you from afar. I'm just saying. So I wasn't worried about the boobs. I'm just saying if I got fake boobs. Just got home from picking up my son and running errands. Hi, everyone. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Melissa, guess who's on? Brittany. She was asking, what channel is that? And I said, and I had to look you up because I said, it's Cosmic Wifey. She goes, is Cosmic Wifey evidently there's a Cosmic Wifey channel. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers. So it's nice that we found each other, isn't it? So Melissa Musings has a channel too, Brittany. Anyway, she wanted to know your channel. And so I went and I pulled up and you were frozen from last night. You were holding up 2 cards, one with a kid with a sword. Or I don't know, whatever. It was fun, but I like to have fun. Oh, shoot. Brittany's going to subscribe to you, Melissa Musings, right now. She's going to subscribe to your channel right now. Melissa asked me to share her video. She was being blocked. So Brittany, my other mods were blocking a lot of people that I love and that love me. And so it was hampering my growth. So I decided to nix them. I saw that. I found her earlier. Yeah, because I walked them through how to find your channel. I'm glad you found her, Melissa Musing. I knew you'd love her. I know. Well, Brittany, I remembered you. I told my husband this past week. I knew something was brewing. You know how you just know? You can't be intuitive and not know. I talked to my counselor about it on Tuesday. It all came to a head. Was it yesterday? Yesterday. It all came to a head yesterday. It doesn't. Even if you're prepared, God prepared me. He was warning me. But it didn't help how I felt after. Like a defeated balloon. Right? I still went live. I still had fun. I still always have fun. Despite all the bull crap I've had to put up with in my whole life. I mean, people never liked me. And I've never liked them. It's like, until I became a cocktail waitress, I needed people to tip me. I remember I did the beer barrel one time. This is in South Florida in the 90s. right? And a place called Confetti's. Place called Confetti's. It was so much fun. They had the reunion room, which was the, you know, whatever. I'm aging myself. Brittany, you were probably just being born. Because I was 19, right? We're 19 years difference, so you wouldn't know it. So anyways, I was at Confetti's. And they put me on the beer barrel as a cocktail waitress. And I broke a record selling beer. Why? I was tall enough to see all the guys waiting in line to get their fancy drinks for their girlfriends. And I would chuck ice at them and say, hey, come over here and get your beer while you're waiting. It was a shortcut. They loved it. And they got to see this. Just saying. It worked. And they go, holy shit, how did you do that? I said, I just chucked ice at everybody that was waiting in line. Right? Yeah, I tried to share my channel in the chat this morning, but I did it right as you ended, so barely anybody probably saw the link. My channel's my name here, Melissa's Musings. Well, Brittany saw it. Guys, we all have to help each other, especially us women. Guys, I am so tired of women hating on women. I really am. I'm really about done. And the men just go along with whatever the women say. Poor Robert got wrapped up in all this drama. It was the women. It wasn't him. Dang, you made that dude disappear fast. Well, it's kind of like sport to me, Brittany. Because I'm 60 now. It's kind of fun. I like to say, you probably have a tiny weenie. And then they go. Because they do. You know, it's like the guys that have the big trucks, you know, they got the tiniest wiener, right? Yes, but I'm happily married. This is not my wedding ring, but this is a ring that I bought to keep on my finger. My wedding ring is getting repaired right now. I am the same way. I'm like, hold please. Oh, Brittany, you are fabulous at what you do. I just am in awe of the way you do your thing. And when you said, I love you, I'm still watching after an hour, I'm like, oh my God, somebody else appreciates me. I mean, my channel's growing. It keeps growing, thanks God, be to God, but it grows slowly no matter what you do, I think. Because it's organic. I've never rode anybody's, what do you call them? Coattails. I don't have coattails. I have short shorts and tank tops and goddess blouses. This is a goddess blouse. And I wear lots of jewelry when I haven't been sitting in the sun. You know that I have a spot on my chest. It's the reaction of the jewelry to the sun. I got to make sure I'm not wearing my jewelry when I'm out in the sun. I get this little allergic reaction to the metal because it's not real metal. Let's just be honest. It's not real metal. Most metal isn't. It's too expensive. No, I don't really believe in UFOs, J-O. I don't really. I really don't. I'm too pragmatic for that. Guys, I was an accountant. I did all the hard work. And look, I got these really cool... I love these reading glasses. I'm sorry, they are just the coolest thing, and they go with everything because they got the black leopard and then the sparkly and the pink, and pink is my favorite color. If you watched yesterday, I was in all pink. I was in all pink just to cheer myself up because we had such a rainy day. How did I know I was going to get betrayed on the day where I was just trying to cheer myself up? Like, crazy. Thank you, Sinatra, for appreciating me. Melissa Musings, I didn't get a chance to watch one of your videos yet, Brittany, but I saw you, and you're so beautiful. She is so beautiful. And that's why I related to her, because I think I'm above average attractiveness. It's not ego. It's just a reality of who I am. You were all pink on me. I just tell you, Brittany, I know you're younger than me, but I admire you. Right? I admire you. I'm not going to tell anybody your age. Amen? I really do. Well... You are the exotic one. I don't feel exotic at all compared to you. That's what I think about you. She's so exotic looking and beautiful, and you've got the nice, big, full lips. I don't have that. My lips are, you know, they're just lips. They're average lips, but I swear I didn't want to inject anything into them. I didn't want to do any of that. They always look fake. Again, they look like, did you see the picture I shared here? Look, Brittany, I'm going to show you this. One day, because I know you're a naturally beautiful woman like me. One day, where's the funny picture? You know what I'm talking about, guys. Did you see it? It was like a skeleton. All it had was these big, it was a skeleton, right? And it had big breast implants. A skeleton had big breast implants, the big lips. I don't know. It just struck me funny. Because first of all, I never had the money to do any of that. And once I did have the money to do that, I didn't want to do that. My husband, how could you kiss if you've got fake lips? I mean, wouldn't it be a hindrance to your kissing? I don't know. Now, that's not to say if you have fake lips, I have a problem with it, because I don't, because I love the fake lashes. You might not like the fake lashes, but if you like the fake lips, why can't we all agree to love each other no matter what? Right? But, oh, I was hoping I could find it because you guys would laugh your arses off. I can't remember. I think I posted it to Facebook because I'm on all the platforms, but you can just follow me on Facebook because I have way too many friends. I mean, really, I can't handle any more friends on Facebook. They're not real friends. They're Facebook friends, you know? And don't get me started. They are censoring again, guys. Be careful. Be careful. Stick to your lane. That's why I love She Sticks to One Lane. I'm thinking, man, should I just stick to one lane? But I got to do the financial thing because people need finances. There's a lot of spiritual channels. That's why I'm Faith and Financial. Oh, I can't find it because I post so many darn things. It was hilarious. It was a skeleton with, you can get the picture, right? Actually, a picture was worth 1,000 words. I've already used 1,000 words to try to explain this stupid picture. So anyways, so I'm Native American. I'm more Cherokee. I take after my mother's side of the family's Cherokee. The other side were English. So I'm Native American English. That's my background. LOL, you saw it. It was so funny. Was it on Facebook, Sinatra? Was it on Facebook? So funny. I might ought to go there and see if I can find it because it was like, and it's so true because so many women are doing crazy things and it doesn't look good. It doesn't age well. When I was in my 30s, there was a woman getting all these peels. I don't want to get a peel. I don't want to peel the top layer of my skin off. What the flip? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm my mom's daughter. She used to do makeup at the mall. That was one of her first jobs after she got divorced. She had to work, right? Oh, this is great for my haters. Look at this. Here, I got to show this. This is funny. Oh, wait, I can't do it. Shoot, I can't do it and not get an echo. Hold on. You got to see this. I post some funny arse stuff on my Facebook because I don't care what they say because they don't pay. That rhymes. I don't care what Facebook says because they pay. So I post all sorts of stuff. You'll know how I really feel about everything. Like if you go to my Facebook. And Michael Jaco followed me. I was like, yay!
Huh?
Like, yay!
I thought you didn't like me, girl. Damn. Huh? Look at you on my page again. I thought you didn't like me, girl. Huh? I thought...
That's for all my haters. Like, I got so many haters, guys, until I went full on into YouTube. Man, I didn't know how many. That's why I forgive all my enemies. They're just in a clump. I don't even have to name them anymore. There's so many. There's like islands of them. Because you can't, you could literally talk about a stick and people would argue with you. You know, it's like, it's crazy. And I think it's because they just don't know who they are. I think it's not their fault. They don't know who they are. You know, it's really kind of sad. They don't know who they were. Here's a good one too. Hold on. I need to stop my other page. Here. You'll laugh. This, guys, we're just supposed to have fun. You know how you attract things? You don't worry about it and you get happy as if it's already done.
The secret to happiness is to spend more time with dogs and less time with morons. The secret to happiness is to spend more time with dogs and less time with morons.
I am 60. What of it, Jon Stewart? I wonder how old she is. I'm 60. Look, I've got the balloons to prove it. Right there. It was just my birthday on September 12th. I always try everything as natural as policy. I feel like my body would reject fake boobs. I know. But guys, there's a lot of women that have fake boobs. I've met everybody. I mean, not to mention the strippers when I was going to college. All my cocktail waitress friends became strippers to make more money. I went to college and then became a bartender to make more money. There's a big difference there. I never stripped. I was too insecure for that. Very insecure here. It's so funny. You know, it's so funny that I have confidence before a bunch of strangers, but I'm extremely insecure. So I get accused of all sorts of things, right? But I'm not a mouse, man. I stand up for myself. And I don't use filters. Don't use any filters. This is au naturel. This is the way I'd look if you were in front of me. I think it's crazy if people use filters and then, you know what I mean? Why would you do that? Then if they run into you, they're like, ew. They'd be disappointed, right? Why would you want to set people up for that? So look. Finally, it's Friday. I love dancing animals. They're funny. My first time seeing you, you don't look like you have a bad body. Don't be ashamed. I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm not a stripper. I have too much self-respect, dude. I have too many brains to do that. I don't have to shake my ass for a living, okay? I have more than just an ass. I have a brain. Just because you don't is not my problem. I'm just saying. Because you obviously don't have a brain to talk to a beautiful woman like that. What the, shoe it? Okay, well, first of all, what gender are you? So I know who I'm speaking to. God knows I wouldn't want to mispronounce your gender. What the fuck are you saying? Yeah, WTF, I know what that is. Is this live? Yes, it is, Steven. I can see you. It's live. If it wasn't live, I wouldn't be able to call you Steven while I'm live. How do you like me now? I'm just saying. Wayne Nace, welcome to Faith 101. Best decision you ever made. Hi from California. I give specialized, basic financial stuff for my members. I do membership lives like once a week for all members, and then I do a Zoom twice a month for Miracle Manifestation members, and then Zooms every Monday for mastermind group members. Why? Because when the wealth comes, we want to mastermind how to keep it. The biggest problems people get when they get wealthy is they freak out and they don't know what to do with it. It's kind of like the lottery mentality. Most people lose their money. I'm still beautiful. I know. Thank you. My husband thinks so too. Oh, you're a female. Woman. Female. I like how you said woman first, because I am woman. Hear me roar. I hope you have confidence as a woman, because you should be. If not, you definitely should subscribe to my channel. I just got rid of all the jealous women. Or whatever they were. They were not nice. They were, I don't know what they were. I don't know. I forgive, release, and bless. I don't have to think about them. Stephen, hi, I'm Peoria, Illinois. You mean you're from Peoria, Illinois? I doubt that's your name, Stephen. But it's nice to meet you, Stephen. How did I get here? Stephen Griffin, I don't know. You're number 2, so you're commenting a lot. You must still like it here. Rhonda Mobley, hey! Just be aware of your words. In terms of what? I don't have to be aware of any words. It's my channel. What word do you want me to be aware of? I don't know any words I can't say. Freedom of speech, baby. I speak in the lanes of faith and financial because I don't want to ever talk politics, and God forbid it change to a despot. Or, you know, one of those very radical people get in there, like in New York City. I know my words are very effective. I know the power of our words because I teach people how you frame the world with your words. You must be new. Please subscribe and tap the bell. You'll know that you and I are on the same page with words, because words do create things. That's why I teach people, don't say, like, for example, oh, that's Killing me. See, I can't even say it. Why would you ever say that? I say I'm getting better and better every day. I'm getting younger and younger every year. I used to say that until I had my period well into my 50s. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I got to change that. I'm at the right age and stage, and I am divinely youthful. I changed it. I don't remember what it was. Thoughts creates our world. I know. Thoughts and words. Why? Because you sow a thought, you reap an action. You sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. So it starts with your thoughts, yes. So I love and approve of myself is something I think on a regular basis. I look myself in the mirror and I say, I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of you, Melanie Hinds. I used to do mirror work. It's very important for you to do that. That's how you start. And that was when I was 25 pounds heavier than I am now. I hated myself, and so I started gaining weight. I thought I was fat, so therefore I was fat. Be careful what you say about yourselves. Rhonda Mobley, thank you. I'm listening and being aware. Good for you. Good for you. Yes, you'll hear me banter back and forth with people that are not supposed to be here. So I figured I'd rip the Band-Aid off and let them know I won't put up with their normal reindeer games or small penis games. Whatever you want to call it. Right? I do. I have a point. I'd rather just let them know those games don't fly here rather than have them use their precious time. They should go over on a channel with somebody that's like literally like there's all these, whatever you call those. I don't even know what those are called, where women do all sorts of things. I don't do that. I use my brain to critically think how you can get free. Well, I'm just naturally gorgeous. I believe, therefore I am. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I would say that if I was fugly by nature, I would find something about my body that I loved and I would appreciate it every day until I developed in it. I would maybe get some work done. My friend Shelly was a stripper. Beautiful body, overbite, not that attractive. She used her stripper funds to buy a Corvette, a yellow Corvette. That was fun to cruise A1A in South Florida. That was fun. She was not the brightest bulb in the pack, but she knew how to make money, and she used the money, and she got her face fixed. She doesn't have an overbite anymore. She married a really hot, wealthy guy. They have a house in that's how you use it, baby. Use it or lose it. She used it while she was young, man. She made money, and she did something with it. And she became really beautiful. And now she's an esthetician. She teaches people how to take care of their skin in Texas. And they have a home in Mexico. So I'm just saying, everybody's got a gift. I'm gifted with brains and legs and the rest of it, right? But I enhance what I have. Like I said, I've never had any plastic surgery. I enhance what I have. These you can buy. Just saying. Brittany, I'm so glad you're on. Are you still doing your dishes? I tell my haters to go find a hobby or go create their own channel. Yeah, you do the best. You're like, you have all these cute little words for people. I call them bananas, Fruit Loops, and flying monkeys, right? I said, but you use bananas too. I've always used bananas, but you use some other words like, I don't know what you use. You're brilliant at what you do. Well, I got both. Look within. I do look within. Do you not know what I do in the mornings? You should get on at 9 a.m. on the weekends. And then you'll know I'm one of these. But I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I walk Christ's path, which was the middle way. Jesus himself said, be careful of the leaven of the Pharisees, be careful of the leaven of Herod. The Pharisees are the religions of the world that don't really teach you anything, that allow you to understand what your true power is. I'm a co-creator with Christ. Jesus created miracles, and that's what we're supposed to be doing on the earth. But Jesus isn't relating to people because they think they need AI to do miracles. They are getting on ChatGPT and asking it spiritual questions. And you got to be careful because who programmed that ChatGPT? The left did. The left did. Right? If you want the left to talk to you, then you talk to ChatGPT. Elon Musk, I would rather go with Grok, but I wouldn't expect it to answer my spiritual questions. I'd get on and ask somebody who's been a follower of the risen Christ that showed up in my Jeep, follower of him, without religion. I still have a home. I go to church every once in a while. Not enough. I'm just saying, not enough. I'm too busy going live every morning. It's so much fun to seek God for a word. I teach you how to hear from God for yourself, which everybody needs to know that, because if you could hear from God from yourself, you know you have power to tread upon not only serpents and scorpions, but you have power to literally heal the sick, raise the dead, and deliver people from their demonic situations if they want to be delivered. My Decepticon friends, I don't think they want to be delivered. I think they like their gossiping, lying, cheating, deceiving selves. So there are some people out there that are busybodies. Naturally, it comes natural to them. It's never come natural to me. I'm too busy telling people the flipping truth to their face. I've never been one to talk behind somebody's back. I'll tell you right to your face how I feel, as evidenced. Period. Well, if religion taught you, that's great. But do you have a relationship with Christ that you know that you know he loves you, and you know your power in Christ, and you know that if he gives you a desire of your heart, it literally can manifest, but you have to focus on it? I serve the Jesus of this Bible. I don't need to have a debate with you about it. I talk about it all the time in the morning. This is my evening time when I relax. I try not to be as serious at this time. I'm going to tell you some jokes. Get on my 9 a.m. if you want to talk about that. This is my channel. I want to have some fun. Yes, of course, he was the creator of all. Why do you think I live here? Do you think I live here because I love it here? Watch me in a few months when I've got a fleece mother flipping hat on and turtlenecks up to here and my thickest smart wool socks and my down booties with the heat cranked as high as I can afford. I do not like being here. I'm very uncomfortable here, but obedience is better than sacrifice, and I was obedient. I was called to this platform. I don't need you getting on and questioning me. I don't have to defend myself or my faith in Jesus to you. But I'm kind to everybody as long as you're kind to me. If you attack me, I will attack right back. Be serious instead of jokes. I'm serious enough. Get on one of my serious this is not a serious broadcast. I never had a clock. I never had a clock. You might have a clock. Then you better get on it, baby. If you have a clock, you better follow that clock. I don't have a clock. I live outside of time. I don't know about you. I live outside of time. Clock is a man's invention. It isn't God's invention. God has a time clock, which is the Sabbath. And when the sun goes down, I'm down. I don't look at emails. I don't do anything. Oh, one of the intel guys, by the way, if you're in the Iraqi Dinar with me, is waiting to see if they have a call. My friend is going to send me a link if they do have a call, because he's really a friend. Yes, and if anybody watched any videos that caused them to doubt that this is done and that you're going to be able to exchange when it's time, you are choosing to watch things that cause you to doubt. I'm just going to put that out there. You can't get anything from God if you doubt that he will bring it. God literally told me to tell you the Iraqi Dinar revaluation is done. Okay, Jennifer Alexander, you sent me a detailed thing before I went live today at 3:38. That's probably about the time I went live. I will get back to you on Sunday or Monday. Get on one of my lives if you want to talk before then. But you and I should probably have a sit down about that detailed debt question you have. Debt can get tricky. Yes, it can. But I give you the first steps, and then if you don't get somewhere with that, then you pay me a fee of $77 for a half an hour. Once you've done the $55 strategy and you know where I'm coming from, then we can talk. But emailing me and expecting me to answer you in an email is something I do not do. So we have to have a one-on-one or get on a live stream and ask me a question. Reference me to your email. Remember the date and time of your email. Reference me, but I am not going to look at emails after 5 o'clock. I'm not going to look at emails anymore. It's after 5. I'm just saying. But what I am going to do is tell you a joke. If it's good. Where did Jesus go to get a snack? Mount Olive. Just saying. Why does a chick bake a cake for Easter? How does a chick bake a cake for Easter? From scratch. I'm sorry. I like dumb jokes. Hi, just saw you live. Didn't get a notification. Hey, Gainer. I'm glad you're here now. We're telling jokes. What what is an insect's favorite beverage? Beetlejuice. Oh, that's just gross. I don't like insects like that. I don't like insects, spiders, or cold water. You will never see me doing an ice bucket challenge or putting my face in ice. I hate ice. I live here in the great Northeast. I don't need any ice. I'm just saying. What do a sword and a piano have in common? They can both be sharp. That's Which vegetables have the hardest time swallowing their food? Artichokes. That's funny. Which vegetables have the hardest time swallowing their food? Artichokes. I thought that was funny. What grandma is always trying to give you fruit? Granny Smith. Guys, gotta lighten up. You gotta lighten up. Life, guys, I'm 60. I'm supposed to be having fun, right? Why do scorpions feel hopeful about fall? Because the winds of change are coming. You know what I like that story about the scorpion and the frog? The problem with people like me and Brittany and Melissa Musings and other people that are really nice, kind people, and we want everybody else to be nice and kind, and we don't understand why they're not. It's like the scorpion and the frog story with the frog. You know, the scorpion begged and begged and begged the frog to get him across the thing. So the frog is nice. The frog says, "You sure you aren't going to sting me?" He goes, "No, of course I'm not going to sting you. If I sting you, we'll both die and go to the bottom. Why would I do that?" You know, the scorpion reasons with him, just like the devil, right? Did God really say that? Just saying. And then, you know, the frog believes him. And you know what it was? The scorpion stings him in the middle of the river and they both drown. He goes, "Why would you do that?" He goes, "It's in my nature. A scorpion is a scorpion, a frog is a frog." The sooner you can figure out who people are, and the only way you can figure out who people are is judging their fruit. You judge a tree by its fruit. An orange tree can only be an orange. You look at my 11,000 videos, you go check out Brittany. We are sweet, kind, happy, positive, just trying to help the world be more positive through our connection to spirit. Yes, absolutely. Sounds like my family. I know. Guys, I mean, family's crazy, but I've made YouTube a good family, and I just want you to respect me the way I want you to be. I just want you to respect me for my hard efforts here. 11,000 videos, guys. I've had 32 million views. That's not easy to do. You should respect me because of my hard work. Not everybody works hard. Some people have a viral video and they end up, you know, nothing came easy to me. I've had to work for every mother flipping thing I've ever had, right? Nobody paid my way through college. Nobody bought me a car. Nobody gave me anything. So the sooner you realize nobody's coming to save you, you can be your own hero. And then you go on your own hero's journey. And then it really becomes fun because then you're empowered to save yourself. The biggest lie going on in the world, somebody's coming to save you. That is the biggest lie that'll just, I don't know, that just is bad. I don't like anybody that lies, and the lie that the government's coming to save you is a bad lie. I don't care if they promise to switch the whole system. That's a lie too. Yep, only God can change people. And anybody can change, but they have to be willing to do the work. Not everybody's willing to do the work, guys. They're lazy. They don't understand their impact. And if somebody doesn't like them, they say, "Oh, well." I don't do that. I gave everybody multiple chances. They would like to say I didn't give them any chances, but they're lying. And I'll take my licks, whatever. If I lose people because of this, I lose people. But I'll gain more people because God promises 100-fold for whatever you go through to represent him well. I think I represent him well. And when Jesus hung out with his friends, he must have been fun. He was invited to a wedding. His first miracle was turning water to wine. I get it. If you have a problem with alcohol, then don't watch my margaritas, right? I'm not drinking margaritas tonight because it's my date night and my husband doesn't drink. I've been very clear that I only drink margaritas when I'm online at night and my husband's gone. That's the only time. Because why? He doesn't drink. So we don't drink together. We do other things together, right? We don't have to drink to have fun. I don't have to drink to have fun, but sometimes y'all be driving me crazy. I'm just saying. But that's not why I drink. But last night last night I wasn't exactly happy. Last night I was dealing with the drama filled and it continued. So, you know, you do create your own reality. The more I focused on the drama, the more I saw the drama. So now I'm focused on happy, positive. I'm back to manifesting only positive, good vibes. If you want to go with me on that journey, join me, because I am going to go to sleep tonight saying, I used to say this mantra, and it was true when I first started my YouTube, and then I got in this mix of whatever this is, murky middle. The murky middle. That's what it's called. Anytime you have a goal and you're almost there, there's this murky middle. That's where it gets really weird. You're not even sure why you're doing it. That's when you just have to buckle down and let your consistent habits carry you through. That's all you can do. You have to develop good habits and you'll always get there. But you have to keep moving forward. You can't let mother flippers take you down. I continued, even though I was in tears a half an hour before I started my live stream. I still went live last night. And thank God I did. Because Brittany watched my live and thought I was funny. So she became a subscriber and she's on my live tonight because I am funny. So thank you, Brittany, for being on here because you're my favorite YouTuber. And I told everybody about you this morning, and so people should be going over and checking you out. And I told them to leave you alone. Oh, God, because I got a lot of traditional Christians. I know, that's all they are. And so I told them to leave you alone. I said, don't go over there and harass her. She's my friend. Because, you know, the Christians can be the worst. They're the worst on my channel. They're literally the worst. They're not open-minded at all. I like being open-minded. So I tried. I'm not saying they're not rabid. I'm just saying. Please forgive me if you get some rabido people. But I think you can handle it, right? delete, cancel, hide, right? You're right. It's not easy, and most people give up because they think it's going to be easy. It's fun when you get in the habit pattern of doing it. Yes. Then on top of those normal social media issues, I also lost my first YouTube channel because of the censorship. So that was really discouraging. It was monetized. That is sad to lose it. Did you get it back though? Because Michael Jaco got his original channel back, like with all his subscribers. So did another guy. That's why I'm glad I didn't ascribe to any movement. I just do my thing, like Brittany. Brittany, that's why you're the only one I really liked, because you do your own thing. I do my own thing, my own way. Thank you for loving me. I love you. That's how we should all be in the body of believers, right? Yes, devil energy always tries to stop the light. Sean Twiggy. So Shuit, the female, the woman, hear you roar. You're still here. What is your problem with having fun? Are you baptized in pickle juice? I'm just saying. I'm glad you're still. I am too. It's because of my husband's schedule. He's doing this paperwork, and the longer I talk, the less I will let my hunger bell get to me and say, hey, when are you going to be done? This is good for my marriage. There is wisdom in everything I do. I don't have a problem. Okay, well, I was just asking because you get in and you make one or two. I can't figure out where you're coming from. You mentioned about the scriptures, and I said, I'm a Bible-believing Christian, and then, I don't know, it went a little weird. And then you said, it's fun, question mark, question mark. So it almost seems like I can't figure out who you are. And I am coming off a hurt from people I thought I knew. So I'm a little, I'll just be honest, I'm a little touchy about people I don't know. And when you say WTH, after you've been leaving questionable comments. Clarify, do you like me or not? If you don't like me, leave me alone. Go. Shoo fly, don't bother me. If you like me, then subscribe and say, hey, I just subscribed. I kind of like you. But right now, you're making me question whether you like me or not. And I'm a former people pleaser. And I really don't need people in there that are distracting me from my flow. I'm not fun when people like you get in and go, what the heck? Fun, question mark, question mark. That seems passive aggressive, like, to me. So, I'm just saying. Brittany is amazing. Thank you. She loves you, Brittany. Okay, so Brittany, is she a friend of yours? Am I missing something in the translation? It could be lost in translation. I am very wounded, I will admit. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Then you're free to stay. Just don't know if you like me or not. Thank you guys. Yes, Brittany is amazing. I've been singing her praises since the middle of the night last night. I was like, I couldn't believe you actually communicated with me. Harris S., thanks for your efforts to help people. Amen. Yes, I just want to lift them up. KM, it's really hard to interpret text messages. Well, that's why I'm clarifying that if I'm misinterpreting, please clarify it for me. I can't do it for you. And you know what? You know what assume means? Make an ass out of you and me. Neither one of us want to be asses, I'm assuming. Right? Did you catch that? You're not alone in that. I know, because, yeah, sometimes you don't understand. And that's why, yes, exactly. Well, I'm glad we could agree on something. Because I don't want you to be offended by me. I'm the one talking. So I can clean it up. But I need your help. Help me help you. Reminds me of that, show me the money. Show me the money. Help me help you. Help me help you. That's how I feel about everybody that gets in my chat. If I don't know you and you're new. It's like, well, which way are you leaning? Because I'm just doing my thing. Okay, you're not offended at all. Good. Oh, thank you for saying that. Thank you. She's not offended. You can stay. Please stay. Please subscribe and tap the bell. My husband loves that line. What does your husband do? Can you say? My husband's a fireman and an EMT, and he works at LL Bean. He's an outdoor master guide. He's a mastermind guide. He's an outdoorsman. Full stop. Oh, that makes me happy. Yes, and I'm glad you're happily married. I've been married 24 going on 25 years. And man, we've had some storms in our life. The hardest years, I think, were from 2021. That was our 20th anniversary. That was hard. His whole family turned against me. That should be hard. Hence why I'm in counseling. He's in retail, area supervisor. If he's an area supervisor, that's pretty good. Guys, I love my husband. He truly is the breadwinner in our household, and I love him for that. You are doing a great job explaining your mindset. Thank you, Kay. Marriage is work. Yes, it is. And through the different seasons, too. Like, it was really important that I went to counseling. He's in counseling. I go to counseling every week. He goes once a month. He doesn't need it as much as I do. He studied psychology, so he started out a lot healthier than me, I'm thinking. Newly promoted. Yay! You know, I know it's because of your support. I know you guys love and support each other, because otherwise you couldn't be as happy as you are. Right? I'm happy because my husband's happy and we're both happy. He's happy doing his work. He said, I'm sorry, I'm going to be busy all day today. I knew I wasn't going to see my horses, so I'm so happy I could go live again. And take care of the dogs for him. Yeah, the puppy's fine, or she'd be running in here dancing in her pants, right? Life be living. Yes, I just live and let live. Guys, I want everybody to be happy. I want a variety of people on my channel. I don't just want Christians on my channel. Even though I'm the faith and financial channel, I'm not just one thing. Again, I have not changed. I do not have a judgmental bone in my body. You can smoke on my lives. You can drink on my live. You can do whatever you flippin' want. As long as you're not disrespectful of my family or me. You're welcome here. And you're welcome to ask us questions that we can answer. You know, the cagey ones that get in and, you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of, you know. But I like this, guys, because if the previous mod group were here, I wouldn't be having this great conversation with you. You would have been blocked already. It was a little too restrictive. So I'm glad I can grow my channel organically again. Yes, I've never felt so liberated and supported, and I'm grateful for all the bad relationships. Me too. We have perspective now, don't we, Brittany? We know how good we got it. Grass ain't greener. Especially now with everybody lollipop, lollipop, oh la la la. I'm not afraid if you're lollipopped. I'm just saying me and my husband are not lollipop together, and that's a good thing. I'm 60. I'm not, am I over 70? Now come on, Luke Skywalker. You know you're just being an arsehole. Thank you, Melissa, for deleting that. My view matters? No, not really. My view on nothing matters. I'm here for you. I am here to entertain you in this crazy world with truth, facts, and optimism. The truth is, God is so much bigger than anybody knows. He's so much bigger than just the words in the book. He has shown me things that are outside of anything I ever believed. Like my sister's still alive when she told she was going to die. She was on a ventilator. They said there's no way she's going to come out of this. She needs a heart transplant. Well, I asked God for a supernatural heart for her, and he gave her one, and she's alive today. I'm a real Christian. I'm one of those people that walks in the miracle provision of God. Haha, yay. I know I'm winding up. No, you're not. You don't have the power to wind me up. You don't have, okay, Luke, you're not of the Star Wars that I approve of, so you're gone. I'm sorry. I don't even want to give you 3 strikes. I can tell where you're headed. I know I'm 100K now. You're not 100. Like, don't poke the bear. KM, exactly. Yeah, you don't want to poke me after this day. I got through a lot of oh, guys, I had so much spiritual warfare today. Guys, the battlefield is in the mind. I hope you know that. The lies are in your mind. That's why if you're new in your mind, you're good. If you're good with yourself, you'll be good with everybody else. You know, if there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without. I don't have an enemy within, but they still keep popping up because I'm on the platform. It's not I'm attracting you. You are attracted to me to either find the light or get yourself kicked out because you're so dark. That's what happens. I repel the darkness and I attract the light. Right? That's exactly what this is. This is an energy exchange. Right? You're either with the vibe or you're not. I love Star Wars. In fact, I said if censorship comes back, I'm going to be Yoda. I work with the Force. It's called the Force. Right? Guys, because I was saying, I could, if there ever comes a time where because if like the Muslims take over and there's Sharia law, we're all in trouble. Did you hear that in California, they're actually looking at passing a law to ban anybody on social media for anything that they don't like Spencer Pratt? He's become very effective. He went to Washington. He went to the FBI. You know, they burned down a whole community and they're not letting them rebuild. There's something going on there, but I'm the faith and financial person. I'm just letting you know that censorship is happening in pockets. So be careful. LOL. Bye-bye, Luke. Luke, I'm not your mother. So Elise, whatever your last name is, put the Marampi, you're a pain in my arsehole. So you're gone. Right? Good afternoon from New York. Now, Tabby, what a nice entrance. You're coming into my living room. Isn't it nice to say to be? Isn't it nice? Doesn't it feel nice to be nice? It really doesn't feel good to be critical of another human. If you really were in touch with your emotions, you would know it doesn't feel good to criticize a woman. It doesn't feel good to criticize a brother or sister in the Lord. Thank you, Kay, for saying that. I roll in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding because that's what I sought God for because I've had money. Money doesn't make you happy. Friendships make you happy. Family makes you happy. But if your family doesn't make you happy, find another family. Move on. Find another family. Not everybody is blessed with the perfect family. I am blessed with this. You have become my family. I still have a family, right? My family's small here. My circle is small in my organic, in real life family. Actually, I have a lot of siblings, but we don't ever get together because they're all over the place. But seriously, my family here is my husband and I, our dogs and our horses, and that's fine with me. I'm friendly with the lady who does my hair, of course. She does my hair. Good evening, everybody. Yes, Melissa, I'm so glad you're being nice to everybody because you were always nice. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. There was Sinatra. I had to unhide her 4 times. There, I started to see there was a pattern of abuse. So I'm so glad we're done, right? Your bestie is your hairdresser. Yeah, they're like our counselor. They're like, they know us better than anybody, right? I am blessed and so much more blessed now that you found your channel. I don't go out much. This is my party time. Yeah, guys, we don't have to be alone. I'm here so nobody feels alone and lost and lonely. Feeling lonely is the worst feeling. Wasn't there a song about that? One is the loneliest number that you'll ever be. I'm not lonely again now. I can just go live. Long live Charlie Kirk. Yes. What a tragedy that was. For just speaking his mind and in a kind way. He was always kind. He gave everybody a platform. I mean, we lost a great man. We lost a great young father, a great young husband, and a great businessman who was employing lots of people, but thankfully, due to a lot of people stepping up to be his voice box on those institutions, somebody needs to do that work. Somebody needs to reach the brainwashed youth. Everybody needs to learn how to think for themselves again. Amen. Yes, and his legacy will live on. And I am part of that legacy because I speak the truth about God, about my opinions about how you guys got to think for yourselves. Only you can do the thinking for yourselves. If you're going to be used, guys, I've been doing some research on Marxism, socialism, democratic socialism and its roots in communism. The people that helped them get there will be lined up and shot. They don't care about you. You're a useful idiot. I'm trying to wake up the masses. Who is Charlie Kirk? Well, if you don't know, there's plenty of videos on YouTube where you can hear what he stood for. He was just a man who believed that we have to keep dialoguing with the other side. That once we stop talking, that's a problem. And he kept talking. He kept talking to the youth, which is our future. I'm 60. I mean, Brittany is still youth to me, right? We got to keep talking, guys. The people that don't agree, you don't have to believe in my God. You don't have to believe in my God. I've had friends in my business that were atheists. My hairdresser's agnostic. She admitted that to me, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Can I pray for you? When she got cancer, I prayed for her. She got turbo cancer. Like a lot of people did. Just saying. You know, it's crazy out there. Take care of your health, because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Health, guys, if you have your health, you can handle any problem. If you don't have your health, you only have one problem, is to get better. Trust me, I was like that. I worked in sick buildings. My digestive tract was all jacked up. I was going to acupuncturists, Chinese herbologists. I was going to, acupuncturist, Chinese herbologist, acupuncturist. I was taking $200 a month of organic vitamin pills, and I wasn't getting any better. I was getting worse. I drove myself to the hospital, thought I was having a heart attack. My parents both dropped dead of heart attacks. I had pain shooting down my left arm. I thought I was having a heart attack. They did all the tests. They said, you don't look like you're going to have a heart attack, but then again, your parents both dropped dead. My brother had died 3 times on the table as a Navy guy, living in Greece, on the Mediterranean diet, riding his bike to work every day. He died 3 times on the table. He had 3 out of his 4 had to get stents. My sister's 3 out of 4 veins in her heart were toast. She needed a heart transplant, they told me, at 64. So I prayed and got her supernatural heart. Now I'm praying for my own supernatural heart because I've been very stressed. You can't let people stress you out to where they denigrate your health. Anytime dis-ease comes from dis-ease with your life. That's why you got to surround yourself with people that love you unconditionally. Like Brittany here. She's never going to judge me. And I'm never going to judge her. And she knows I don't judge her. I give her lots of positive comments. For years, I've been leaving positive comments on her channel. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the chat. I have to put my glasses on for that. So, I got to feed my dogs. Never. I know. Brittany, I don't understand why there's people out there that call themselves Christians that go on people's channels to berate them for what they're wearing. I don't understand it. That's why I go to spiritual people when I need a break, because the Christians drive me bananas. The typical Christians don't know their power, and they don't know that they're sowing criticism, and that's all they're going to reap. All they got to do is read Matthew chapter 7. Do not judge, do not condemn, do not criticize, otherwise you will be judged with the same measure. You reap what you sow. Self-righteousness, yes, it's a disease in our society. And it's not going to get any better if the pendulum swings so far right that they can't see their butt from their religion. I'm in the middle. I teach the middle way like Jesus taught. You know who he hung out with when he wasn't turning the tables over in the churches and saying, be careful, leaven of Pharisees, be careful, leaven of Herod? Herod was a political system and the Pharisees was a religious system. He said, be careful of both of those. Why would he say that? Well, look at our world today. Extremism on any side is bad. Guys, I've been studying Iraq and the Middle East. Those countries do not allow extremists in their countries. They get rid of them, they prosecute them, they execute them. They execute people that blow up bombs and kill people. They have a faster justice system than we have here because I've been studying it for so many years. I'm impressed with their system. And Sudani got in my chat because he's impressed with me because I'm an American that understand they come from Genesis chapter 16. The Muslim religion was founded from Abraham and Sarah. Sarah had a maidservant, Hagar, had her sleep with him to usher along the promise. That's why you ought to wait for God. Don't have a Hagar. And it was prophesied after she had the baby. I mean, Sarah was so jealous of her because she got pregnant and Sarah hadn't been able to get pregnant. Women's jealousy rips houses apart, rips families apart. Women jealous against women. You know, if you just love yourself for who you are and appreciate all the good things about you, you'd find yourself beautiful. And all women are beautiful, all men are handsome, but they got to believe it. There's an air about people that are okay with themselves, and that's what you sense with Brittany and myself. We love ourselves. Brother Jay, I'm not going to argue. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to cemetery where I lost my faith. Okay? Don't come on here and argue with me or you're proving my point. Do you want to prove the point that we should be more together than we are separate? Why are there 22 churches in my towns and none of them are full? I'm waiting. And, you know, when everybody was saying, oh, Jesus is coming back, I said, he's coming back for a church without spot, blemish, or wrinkle. I don't know. I see nothing but big holes in all of our churches. It's either a motivational speech that doesn't really have any biblical foundations of, you know, forgiving your enemies and getting rid of the slander, the gossip, and the gluttony. How many people in church are sick, but they think you have to drink grape juice? And they're all diabetic because they drink grape juice instead of real wine. I'm going to shut up now. This was a Q&A. Do you have a question? Just surfing. I love you. I'm glad you're here. Whatever you say, you're right. Whatever you believe. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Right? So I'm not going to argue with you tonight, brother. I'm here to have fun. But if you have a question, Just Surfer, I would love to answer your question. Oh, you just found her channel, Tabby13. She's great. You'll love her. She's fun. She's like me. She's fun. You grew up Mormon and Southern Baptist? You know I was Baptist. I was First Baptist. I had an independent Baptist minister, though, that I met in Maine that was in my business. And oh, my God, we went head to toe with King James Version versus my version, which is not the King. I said, it's called King James Version for a reason. He found out he couldn't argue with me. Whatever Bible, as long as the Holy Spirit is leading you to read it and you understand it, that's the most important thing. I love your hat. Thank you. I do too. This one is really old. I need a new black hat, but God will bring me the right one at the right time. Because this is my favorite sun hat because it provides the most coverage of my face. This is bronzing powder on my face. I just match my body with my bronzing powder. It's called Palm Beach Ready. I'm so ready to have a house in the South. I primarily live here, but I would still have a house in the South so I could escape. Mother Mormon, dad Baptist, and divorced. I bet. Joseph Smith. He went in I just know a little bit about all of them. I had a leader, my company sent me to teach a training in Phoenix, Arizona. And the woman there, I know she's Mormon. She's as tall as me, big redhead, but bigger. She's like bigger bone, bigger everything. She walked right up to me and got in my face and said, "You know I'm Mormon, right?" And I said, "You know I'm Christian, right?" I mean, they still recognize Jesus in the Mormon church, I guess, right? Anyways, whatever. I grew up in Wyoming, guys, where I always say Utah was beneath Wyoming. Utah and Colorado were equally beneath Wyoming, where I lived, where I came from. And we used to say, why does Wyoming have wind? Because Montana blows and Utah sucks. That was before Jesus showed up in my Jeep. They're very judgy. I know. Well, I met a woman here that became a Mormon and then got married because she felt like, you know, she had to get married. And then the guy was abusive. And then she left the Mormon church. Guys, religion is not the same as relationship. If you have a relationship with God, he will use you in a unique way in this crazy time. And he's using me in a unique way. He's using Brittany in a unique way. None of us are perfect. Quit judging each other. Do not judge or criticize anybody. Wow. Really? Brittany, the Charlie Kirk situation happened at the college I went to. It's so sad. It was shocking. That you know, guys, that happened on September 10th. I remember. I will never forget that video. And then some people are actually saying it wasn't real. And I'm like, just stop you right there. I mean, there's conspiracy theories. And then there's you know, don't dishonor the family and the kids that have lost their dad with that. I know, I had no words. I was sad. I almost didn't enjoy my birthday, but about 5 o'clock when my husband was making my favorite dinner for my birthday, something impressed me to go upstairs, take a shower, dress in something really sparkly, and I did. And finally, I had a good birthday. I had to snap myself out of it to enjoy my 60th birthday. The enemy took Charlie Kirk, tried to steal my birthday. I know it ain't about me, but I'm just saying, he tried to steal everybody's joy. Then right on top of that, the next day was September 11th. You know, they sacrifice using these people, right? I'm just saying. They want to keep us in a low vibrational state, in fear, anger, frustration. And I was saying, watch your social media yesterday because I felt like my feed was all left and right, left and right, left and right. That's all it was. Instead of, I used to have a lot of positive, funny, like the guy goes, "Good morning, you fantastic taco." You know, I love those things on Instagram. Yes, they want us to fight with each other. Yep, it's programming. It's a low they keep you low vibrational so you never realize your power. I'm here. That's why I said law of attraction. Let's chat law of attraction. I want to find the people that believe in their powers of manifestation. So some of the religious get on here and they don't know why I'm saying that. They think I'm one of those, I don't know, somebody that's not Christian, I guess. But I am. Law of attraction came from the Bible. I can track everything back to the Word. But I'm not going to fight with the Muslims, especially those that have moved to America to take over our country. You're not going to succeed. You're just not. So if you're in my chat and you're in this country because you're one of those right, whatever, one of those left wing, I don't know what you call them, left or right when you're Muslim, but you know, that's not going to fly here. I'm just saying. Because I've listened to the leaders of the Middle Eastern countries. There's a reason why I wouldn't move there. And I definitely wouldn't fly the Palestinian flag in my country. Because you don't realize how good you have it, you idiots. Brittany Griner, had some pot on her and ended up in a Russian prison? The president had to get her out? And by the way, I don't think she's a Brittany. Bitch. All of a sudden, I mixed up Brittany with Brittany. It's Brittany, bitch. Oh, Lord, that was funny. You might not have thought it funny, but I thought it was very funny. I mixed that old song with with Brittany Griner, who looks not female at all. Just saying. So anyways, guys, I'm entertaining. That was my ringtone for a long... Oh, because you're a Brittany! I didn't even think about that! Brittany, that's hilarious. I didn't even think about that. So funny. Nobody makes any songs about Melanie's. But it's so funny. Guys, I've just had so much fun. Thank you for getting on and sharing this evening with me. So funny. Hey, baby. Okay, I'll take her out. Should I turn on the oven? Okay, I gotta go. I gotta feed the dogs. I gotta take them out and turn on the oven. I'll see you guys tomorrow for 9 a.m. I love you guys. Peace, love, and go to sleep thinking about the RV. Have dreams. Just surfing. Did you ever ask your question? I better get to work. I know. Hey, if you go live, I'll tune in when I can, okay? I love you guys. Guys, go check out her channel. She's fun. Okay, bye, guys. I love you. Peace.